Social media content involving political parties during this year's general election campaign period increased fourfold compared to the last election in 2015. This is according to data from Meltwater consultancy firm. Analysts we spoke with say it's unclear as to whether these interactions amounted to votes, but they all agreed that online campaigning is here to stay. Tan Se-hui with this report.
An election like no other, as voters turn to the internet for most of the information. Likewise, parties restricted by the pandemic went online to campaign instead of holding physical rallies. Live talk shows and discussion panels like the ruling party's Straight Talk, as well as the Workers' Party Hammer Show, took center stage during the campaign period. According to data from Meltwater consultancy firm, conversations around the election significantly increased this year compared to the last election in 2015. On average, there were close to 5 times as many conversations this time round. Online chatter also reached fever pitch a day after all the results were announced. Analysts say social media has made it easier to share content, which led to a significant increase in comments and discussions.
The simple, pure fact that technology has evolved, right? Even though in 2015, we already have Instagram, we obviously have Facebook, but the fact is some of the features were less developed and less well used. So in the past few years, we have seen the growth of social media stories, live stories.
Even though someone may not have been at a particular event online, for a party, there was a high chance, that they would receive highlights, through their contacts, through their networks. And so it is this need, I think, for parties, to ensure that their messages became viral.
The data also showed that the People's Action Party took the lion's share of the mentions on social media and news sites. It also generated the most number of Facebook posts. But it was the Workers' Party which had the most number of Facebook interactions. Analysts say it's unclear as to whether social media interactions and online buzz amounted to votes on polling day. But they emphasized that online campaigning is here to stay, with parties devoting more attention and resources in subsequent elections.
When that happens, the smaller and less well-resourced parties will be put at the bigger disadvantage, which also means that, these smaller parties would really need to work harder in between elections to build that supporter base.
The People's Action Party won 83 out of 93 seats at this election. The Workers' Party won the remaining 10 seats.